Welcome back, club members, to part 2 of 7 abductions. I mean, 7 brides for 7 brothers and how they got them.
Part 2, here we go. If you haven't already listened to part 1, go back, give it a listen, because we're in the kidnapping scene, you guys.
If you didn't watch part 1, you would have no idea what we're
You're
talking
gonna be
about.
like, what is going on? So the Pontaby brothers sneak into town in the middle of the night and kidnap the girls. Literally
Wild.
blankets over their heads, sneaking in their windows, grabbing them and throwing them in the back of their horse carriage. As they race back to the homestead, the brothers trigger an avalanche that blocks the mountain pass that stops the townspeople from chasing after them. So
They would have got away scot-free had it not been for the youngest brother and his meowing. Because
you're right.
everyone else
did. Everyone else was
not
flawless.
To say everyone else's kidnappings were flawless.
They were,
but
yeah, you're right.
You know, his idea was to meow like a cat and hopefully Alice would come out. Didn't work because Alice's beau came out and was ready to knock him over the head with a shovel, and then his one of Gideon's brothers stopped him, knocked him on the head, and then
he told everyone what happened.
Yeah. So a chase ensues.
Yeah, they get halfway there because they get to this Echoes Pass. But yeah, they trigger an avalanche by letting the girls scream and shooting off guns that they have all of a sudden, even though we haven't seen any guns in this film. But all the brothers are armed, apparently, because they start shooting off guns.
You're not going to take away my guns.
The effects here for the big avalanche scene were really cool. I almost wondered, like, did they get actual footage of avalanche or did they blend it with like a model or something like that? It would be cool if there's like a making of video on that effect.
I bet it was a mini.
I think it was a mini. Not a mini.
It was a mini.
Miss Minnie, baby. Oh wait, that's Juicy, huh?
But there was a Miss Minnie too. They fought. Did anyone else watch Little Women?
Oh my
Atlanta?
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord. It's late, guys. We watched this one later than normal, and now we're filming part 2 later than normal, so we're probably going to be a little delirious.
Everyone knows Miss Juicy. Nobody knows Miss Minnie. Didn't one of them die?
Yeah, Miss Minnie. Oh, R.I.P. Minnie.
Which one was the one that there was a video and she was like, coming out? Congratulations on coming out.
That was Juicy. She was on live and they kept saying like, congrats on coming out as a lesbian. She was like, coming out.
Oh my God. So when the Pontaby brothers get back to the cabin, they realize they neglected to procure a parson or minister to actually conduct the wedding ceremonies for them. And now that they're snowed in until the spring, that means that they can't get married. Millie, she's pissed, furious with Adam and all the brothers. She exiles them that they're going to have to sleep in the actual barn together because the house is now for the women. Yep. So she stays with the women in the house, humiliated and pissed off about it. Adam leaves for their trapping cabin, and he says, I'm going to go spend winter alone in the trapping cabin, which basically a trapping cabin is a like smaller mini version of a cabin that you use to keep like your supplies and your goods while you're in the middle of like, you know, trapping season or hunting season.
Can I just say, one of the brides or brides to be in this scene, she was giving me so much life because talk about what do you call it on stage?
Mugging?
No. I guess it's not really busy business, but Mama had no lines and she's very upset that she got kidnapped and she's in the back and I don't know what her direction was, but she just had the whole time she's in the back going Oh, oh,
Is she the Cowardly Lion?
oh. But she's doing this face and she's doing this fake laugh, and there's not one tear, but like she was committed to the bit.
Oh my god.
And that was what she did the whole time. And I loved her for it. I said, you fake cry. You do that fake cry.
Jane Powell in this scene, she's really good at these dramatic scenes, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her standing up for herself, like just really impressed with her acting skills.
Super random before I forget. I also kept confusing the actress that plays Alice. I kept thinking that it was the actress from Meet Me in St. Louis. Meet Me in St. Louis. I always do that. The one who played Lucille Ballard, June Lockhart. I thought that it was June Lockhart the whole time. And then finally at the end, I was like, once this scene happened and you can kind of see them all better, because in the earlier scenes where like Gideon is meeting her and like the dance and all that, and you don't really get like a full close-up.
It's hard when they're dancing.
And so I was like, oh, I think that's June Lockhart. And then as it got to the cabin, so now we get to see the women more from the front, close up.
You're like, that ain't her.
Oh, that's not her. Her name is Nancy Kilgas or Kilgas. Kilgas. Whatever your name is, because you know we're just going to butcher it, is not June Lockhart.
Over the course of the winter, the girls vent their anger by pranking the brothers, but their feelings gradually soften towards them. They're playing like silly games, like throwing like cold water at them off the rooftop, or throwing snowballs with freaking rocks. With rocks inside of the snowballs.
That's not a game. That is...
Actually, I don't think all the girls did that. I think it was Julie Newmar's character that did that.
That was attempted murder.
Well, they got kidnapped. Jeez.
Yeah, they deserve it.
So yes, the girls start to gradually soften up their feelings towards them. Meanwhile, Millie reveals to them that she is expecting a baby. And when they're all there getting their cabin fever, they start pestering each other because they've run out of things to do. Like they keep repeating like the same books out loud now, or they're fitting clothing on themselves of clothes that will never be seen. So yeah,
they're literally fighting when Millie comes in to tell them she's having a baby. She like pulls them all apart, from like ripping off Julie Newmar's cone bra.
Right. The song we have here, the cone bra song we have, is called June Bride.
Yeah.
That all of the girls sings, minus Millie. That's the 6 girls sing.
Yeah, she comes in, she breaks them apart, she tells them she's having a baby, she leaves, and now we
get June Bride.
We get June Bride.
What are your thoughts on June Bride?
Very cute scene. Probably my least favorite song.
Yeah?
Not because it's bad. It's just, out of all the songs that we've had so far, it's probably, in my opinion, the weakest. Love the dance. And I like seeing all of the women finally get to have their moment in the spotlight. But the song, to me, is not my favorite.
I know I'm beating a dead horse here. It's very reminiscent of Rodgers and Schmammerschmeen. But I'm with you, boo. Not the song to remember. That was literally my notes.
You probably just weren't paying attention because you were staring at Julie Newmar's cinched waist and cone bra.
Her assets.
Yeah. Julie Newmar and the twins.
Her like built-in cheekbones, like ridiculous.
I know, she does look stunning here.
She looks a little older, but not older in the sense of like she's too old for the role, but like she's a little bit more like, God, I do not want to use that word, but she's just more of a woman compared to the girls in the room.
No, she looks like a vixen compared to the rest of them are very like girl next door sweet, and then she's got like the arched eyebrows.
Yeah, totally.
The makeup.
The raven hair.
The dark raven hair. She literally is sprawled out on the bed when she's like, ooh, I wonder who slept in this bed.
For half the scene.
Yeah. On her back, legs up, like arched,
I love the blocking of this scene. The
her
blocking was great.
her twins to the sky. I think I
Loved
made a
it.
joke saying that like she brought her own undergarments, and they were
Literally.
like, "No, we're gonna give you another bra," and she's like, "No, the hell you're not.
Was she
I'm
the only?
keeping my cone,
Yeah,
my
right.
cone titties."
Was she the only actress that was dubbed in regards to her singing? The director probably loved her presence so much on stage. She was like, "You know, I can't sing, right?" And they were like, "What? Who cares?"
That's a good question. I think I did.
Like, is
I
she
think
the
I did
only
read
one?
that
Or
she,
also the baseball guy. I'm not sure. Anyways, Julie, you look fantastic. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
her singing voice for the film was dubbed by Betty Allen. And did you know that she was not Julie Newmar yet? She was in the movie as Julie Newmar.
Yeah, it was not quite. She didn't quite flip it yet, huh? Or alter it.
She took out the ire. Or no, she kept the R.
The I.
She kept out. She taked out. She taked out.
Taked out.
Ah!
She taked out.
Help!
Oh
She
my
took
gosh.
out the I, and she added an A. But
Well, we love you,
anyway.
Julie Newmar.
Oh my god.
By springtime, the girls and the pond. The pond.
I swear you keep wanting to make them like
the
Pontarellis.
By springtime, the girls and the Pontarellis have happily paired off. We get the song between them both the squads now, called Spring, Spring, Spring. We get them back in their colorful outfits for this song, at least. It really does change up the vibe, but also this song is a little bit forgettable for me too. It is sweeter, but it's forgettable.
I also want to know, where did the girls, like, they were kidnapped in the dead of night in the clothes that they came in, and every change of scene they're in a different dress.
Well, these dresses, I'm assuming because they looked more quilted together, were outfits that they actually made.
Okay.
So this one's a little bit more realistic.
So...
But I do know what you mean. Like, how many outfits did they pack with them? They only... Oh my gosh, they probably made the dresses out of the blankets that they got kidnapped in. That's what they're probably doing. Because in that one scene where the boys keep coming to the doors...
Pioneer women.
Right?
Think on your feet.
Handsmaid women. Oh, no, wait. Not that.
No, well, I mean,
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
They got taken. They want those men want to have babies.
The abduction.
So, yeah.
When Millie has her baby girl, Gideon goes to tell Adam, but he refuses to return it first. And Gideon chastises Adam over his selfishness and behavior towards Millie, which is a really cute scene because it is the youngest brother, like, putting the oldest brother in his place. And he even hits him, and the older brother doesn't do anything. Even though his older brother, Adam, could have just knocked his lights out, he doesn't do anything to him. But it is a really cool scene. I do
great
like that
acting scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not like I got choked up or anything, but it was a very well done scene.
Mm-hmm.
Him saying, like, I always looked up to you, and now this is the first time I've ever been ashamed of you. And even like you just said, that he could put his lights out. He even says it. He's like, I know that you could deck me, but you deserve this. And then you deserve this, and then punched him, and the punch didn't do anything. But what it did do is, like you said, he could have punched him back, but I think that he was embarrassed, and not because he got punched. I think he was actually embarrassed of his actions, which is exactly what he needed to be. So I thought it was a great scene.
Me too. Definitely a strong scene between the two actors. Adam returns after the snow melts to finally meet his daughter. That's where he and Millie reconcile. Adam admits that being a father, he now understands family dynamic and how families are supposed to feel about their daughters, and tells his brothers that they must return the girls. They decide to name the baby Hannah to take over from where the mother left off in regards to the boys' sequence of alphabetical names.
Yeah, Millie gives her
Hannah,
Elizabeth,
Hexia,
Hermes.
There's a few of them that we were
no, but Elizabeth really was one of them, and
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Like,
I was like, oof, don't do that to your daughter. If there's any Elizabeth still hanging around today.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Respectfully,
we
you
hope
know
you
what?
go by Hannah now.
Yeah.
The heartbroken brothers finally agree to take the girls back home. However, the girls start to hide and they refuse to go back because they want to stay there with them. They've gone through winter and spring now with them. So they're smitten with each other. So they want to stay. As the brothers start to search for them, they get angry as their families finally reach the family cabins because the snow is melted, so now they can get through Echo's Pass. So the townspeople finally make it up to the Pantepi's cabin.
It's very funny too because they obviously choreographed the scene to make it look like, again, the brothers are almost trying to force them to stay because
And
the women
attack
were
them.
hiding and then they're running away from them like, don't make us leave. But then the townspeople and their families are seeing them, grabbing them and holding them down and all of this.
Yeah,
So
they think they're being attacked.
Yeah, they think they're being attacked when little do they know they're literally just trying to put them in the wagon and take them back down to their families.
You're right. It was choreographed and timed out so perfectly as all of the townspeople rolled up on them. Alice's father, Reverend Elcott, hears a baby cry during this scene. And
he's like, oh no.
Oh yeah. So fearing the worst and hearing the baby cry, he asks the girls, whose baby is it?
Yeah. Once the town people have all of the brothers captured and they're holding them basically,
and they've got their girls corralled, right? And he basically says, you have to tell me, like, which, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. Tell me which one, like, whose baby is it? And they all very quickly conspire together and simultaneously answer, mine. Super cute scene, huh?
Yeah. Because, I mean, if they can't figure out whose it is, they can't have one of them leave and not a married woman. So there's a, what is that? Not quintuple, sextuple?
There's a sextuple wedding.
That sounds like naughty.
Sounds naughty wedding. So the fathers, yes, they begrudgingly allow their daughters to marry the brothers, like in this collective shotgun wedding. And it's a quick ending. I mean, this is the end. We don't have like there are, of course, like ending credit reprise, but no one sings a song. There's no finale number. Yeah, it does end rather abruptly.
Very cute ending. I loved how when the daughters turned around, the fathers kind of nodded like, yes, you have my approval to get married. But then when the brothers turned around, the fathers kind of took a step forward like, you better freaking marry her. So it was very cute. It was very quick. We got the point. They got to marry them. I loved that it was the women conspiring to get married. So they all were like, I love that it was their idea and they really kind of outwitted their dads and the rest of the town people, and they got to get married. So it was very cute. But yeah, I wrote down the same thing. I said it was a little quick, but it was very cute.
And that brings us to the end.
The end. The 7 brothers got their 7 brides
by abduction.
Is this what is it called? What is that? Stockholm syndrome?
Maybe.
I don't know, because they kind of liked them before.
Yes, they did.
They did like them before.
It just would have been
were
nice
scared
if
that they got
taken,
freaking kidnapped.
you know?
But even when they were in the house earlier in the movie, when all the brothers were like, I need a blanket. Can I get a blanket?
Right?
Like every single time one of them came in, the girls were kind of, I'm not condoning kidnapping, guys.
But it could be fun. I mean, if it was like consent, like it could be fun, but obviously they didn't consent.
Yeah. If it was role play.
Yeah, role play, like kidnapping through the window, like that could be cool, but not this kind of kidnapping with blankets over your head,
Oh, so you'd let me get kidnapped by 7 brothers?
And watch the sextuple?
Stop! Okay. Different podcast, guys. Different podcast.
Okay, we're bringing it back in. Well, what was your favorite overall thing about this film, babe?
I started off saying that, or I started off thinking that my favorite thing about the film was going to be the music, because after the last film that we watched, it was just so refreshing to
Yeah.
hear music that was actually written for the plot.
Yes.
I loved it so much. But as we were finishing the movie, the choreography was my all-time
I was gonna say
favorite.
that.
Well, we can both like it, right?
We can totally both like it.
Yeah, so impressed by all of the choreography in this film. Michael Kidd is genius. He didn't want to do it. He did end up taking the job, and he didn't just, I like that he didn't just throw it away and go, oh God, like, I don't want to do this. Let me just put together some honky tonk dance numbers. He really thought about it and said, how can I elevate this wilderness hokey pokey plot line? And he did. A+.
Yeah. Yes, the choreography is absolutely my favorite as well. I mean, if I could put a little runner-up, since you stole that from me, I will say how pleasantly surprised I was, impressed by the acting in this film. It's great when you have these old movie musicals and the acting scenes really jump out at you, and Jane did amazing in this movie. They all did great, but she really did impress me, and it makes me excited to want to see some of her other big films.
Who could have played that role? We love doing this. I'm not saying Jane was perfect. I wouldn't recast. But if she was not available, who would have been great?
Who?
Debbie Reynolds. Don't you think she would have been so spunky and fun in that role? She would have
been perfect for the role.
Yeah, I could totally see Debbie Reynolds
perfect for the role,
really sinking her teeth into this role and just being so.
Would she have been rather young though?
No, I think that, well, she was Jane Powell was 25.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so totally could have worked.
Yeah, definitely could have worked. But I wouldn't take it away from her. She did great.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
I think that Jane and her vocals really elevated the role. I think that Debbie has a very pretty voice, but they would have had to get Betty Noyes to come in and do some of the ballads. Yeah. She could have done some of the fun.
She could have did the boot scooting. Doing what
this is naturally. How you dance.
Yeah. Goin Courtin. Yeah.
Squirtin' curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could have done that, but they would have probably had to dub her for the ballads. So I'm glad that they got Jane. But that's all. You know me, I love to think about
for sure
the Rolodex of actors and who could have done what. What was your least favorite thing?
My least favorite thing.
It sounds serious.
No. I just didn't love the ending so much. Only because I did feel that I could have used an extra 10 minutes, especially a tighter wrap up on Millie, Adam, and the baby. So if there was some sort of a growth that happened at the end, like maybe all the brothers staying and building on their big cabin there, where they all lived on some sort of like a compound together.
Oh shoot! Yeah, where the hell are they gonna live?
But like if Adam and Millie and Hannah, if there was a little bit of a bookend to that's really the only, that was my least favorite thing, is I feel like the bookend was just not quite there. But I think
there was a bookend, because it was his idea to, he convinced his brothers, who had already been taught by Millie had already kind of scrubbed them up and taught them in her ways of like being gentlemen, and they still got it wrong and wanted to fight for their women and keep them up there. He was the one who, after his being in the cabin all alone, he was the one who decided, like, no guys, we got to take them back, this is not right. So I think, even though again the ending was a little rushed, I think that was
there.
Yeah, I think that kind of proved, like, he now knows between, like, what's right and what's wrong. Before he was such a male chauvinist that he was like, whatever, go get your women, and if you can't get your women, you'll just find another woman because they're all the same. But then I think he kind of realized, and then he even said to her, like, once I found out I had a daughter, I thought if someone were to come and steal my daughter in the middle of the night, I would kill him. So I think he really did, once he realized he had a baby, I think quickly, yes, but he did kind of have this character growth, or it was kind of a knock in the pants for him to realize, like, you can't treat women like that,
Mm-hmm.
because now I have a little girl that I'm going to raise, and
Mm-hmm.
I would not want anyone to treat them like that. So yes, it was rushed, but
You
it
feel that
it
the
was
growth was there.
there. It was
You feel
there.
like the growth was there.
Hmm.
I just wanted a little
She
bit
wouldn't have
more.
taken him
That's
back if
all.
it wasn't there. Millie's not like that. I know her.
we What is your least favorite thing about the film?
My least favorite thing. Yeah, I guess I would just agree with you. It's really hard to come up with one overall in the film, because I did find myself so engaged the whole time. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
really was genuinely having a great time watching it. I never once wanted to, like, leave the room and go get, like, water, or like
Sure.
go get a snack, because, like, the song was so boring. Like,
Sure.
I really enjoyed so many elements of it that maybe the ending felt rushed. I mean, it was, but maybe it felt like that even more because it was so enjoyable.
Yeah.
You were, like, kind of wanting it to be a little bit more. Like, they could have had, like, a final uh dance number once they all were
Yes,
married.
totally.
They could have.
Even a couple extra songs at the end would have been acceptable,
Mhm.
because there isn't a lot of songs during the Act 2 arc, you know?
Yeah, but overall,
I think it's a good least favorite thing to have. It's a positive least favorite to
mhm,
want more, right?
yeah,
I don't
I
think that
wanted
means you didn't like
more.
it. It just means you wanted more. What do you think about legacy, or how this film may have impacted culture in general?
I think that um I could be wrong, but I do feel like so many films before this that were not actually licensed and purchased from a Broadway show kind of were more along the lines of, like, a Singin' in the Rain, or a an American in Paris, or a Bandwagon, where it was like, we're gonna do a movie musical, but we're just gonna kind of throw things together. Again, I could be wrong, but this really did feel like, off the top of my head, one that really uh had songs written for it that were, like, based on the scene that they were given, if that makes sense. Like,
It does. It does make
they were
sense.
actually written for the scene.
And I think that that goes with legacy. I think you're right. I think it's an inspiration to probably other filmmakers
Mhm.
and other lyricists to want to do more of this, and not just do a let's grab this book or this catalog of music and throw it into this movie
Mhm.
idea. So I think that that's actually perfect for how it impacted culture,
It
because how
probably
many other directors were probably like, "Oh my gosh, if they could do it, we can do it."
Yeah. It probably still didn't happen that often, because people were probably just, like, I don't wanna say lazy, but they were like, "We've already got these songs, let's just throw them into a movie." But then, another one off the top of my head that came later was Gigi. Like,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
was another one that was a great movie musical. The songs were written for the scenes, and, um, it was then later never quite took off because they could never get it right, but
Yeah.
it was brought to the stage. Um, but yeah, I think that it was well done. And again, if this was not the legacy maker and there was a movie before, please let us know. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of many that came before this where the music was written for the scenes to actually match what's going on, because that was so nice.
I mean, it worked. It didn't feel, any of it did not feel misplaced or disconjointed or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Disjointed? Disjointed.
I always say disconjointed too. I wonder if it's a word.
I know, I wonder.
Is it a California thing?
Oh, could be, could be.
Anyway.
On the 2004 DVD that came out for this babe, Stanley Doonan talks in the commentary about how they originally shot it in two different versions. One which was the CinemaScope version, and another one that was just the normal aspect ratio. Um, because MGM was concerned that not all theaters were going to have the capability to play it in CinemaScope. So to be able to get it out in much of a bigger, broader release, in a wider release, they shot it in 2 versions. He said that the other version was never used, but that on both the 1999 Laserdisc and in the 2004 DVD, that he personally made sure that the standard aspect ratio was added, so you can watch it in 2 different versions.
I'd be interested to see how they did that, because there were so many scenes that were they really did make use of the entire CinemaScope, so it would be pretty hard to kind of like chop it. I wonder if they really had to like tighten things up with like the choreography and like the scene placement and the camera placement. So I mean, I did really like the movie, so I would totally be down to watch it again in the smaller, tighter aspect ratio. Just to see how they did it.
Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. Do you want to spin our wheel here? It's getting lean.
I know.
It's getting real lean, you guys. Alrighty, here we go.
Never in my life have I been more prepared. And if I said in the past that one of them was my all-time fave, I was lying, because this is my all-time favorite movie musical. I don't even have to watch the film, but I will. Our next film is The Sound of Music.
I already knew that. From the lead up to that, I already knew that.
I'm so excited. You guys, this is my childhood. This is my film. I'm so excited.
We're going to get you speaking for 3 hours about it.
I'm going to be like the placement of Julie Andrews' hair.
You're going to be like, when she fell off this boat, did you know this kid? And I'm going to be like, yes.
It seems like you know.
I've watched the documentary with you 35 times, and I know.
In making fun of me here, it just proves how much you know about it too, because of me.
I'm going to be like, yes, I know. No, I'm excited. It'll be cool to watch it and actually take notes on it. And what I will probably do, because I am so like oversaturated in my brain with the music from it, what I probably will do is pay attention a lot more to like the acting and the things going on in the scene. So I'm excited.
You don't get to choose what you pay attention
I do.
to. No. We are doing a podcast and you have to pay attention to it all.
But I don't like the songs.
I'm going to pretend like you didn't say that.
I'll take a Valium before we watch it.
Yeah.
No, cool.
You can have a
Gosh,
you can have a THC seltzer.
Right? Gosh, 7 more. So I only know of one of the other ones that's on that list that I can think of that we haven't watched yet, but I don't know the other ones, and I don't want to look at this list. So okay, cool. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening. Please comment, like, share our podcast, spread it around on your socials. You can find clips and fun little like factoids that we drop on our page. You can find us on social media. TikTok, Instagram, at Hollywood Hubbies. Drop us a follow. And yeah, we leave like, trivia things, and we'll make little videos here and there. We're trying to do more of them, but we're trying to do more verticals. Yeah, we're just like test driving some things. What is it called in front of the camera? I don't even know. What are they called? I forget. Face value. I don't know. You got to have your microphone, or you don't. Or TikTok doesn't. That's like, right. They don't like it. It's like a rule. All right, everyone. Well, take care, and please make sure to go out and watch The Sound of Music before you
Doesn't matter if you've seen it already. Go and watch it again like me.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.